Your work is important. You provide, you solve problems, you're the man that people rely on at work. But it feels like you're failing the people that matter most. Your family are getting the leftovers. The version of you outside of work is getting the leftovers. You bury certain memories under a layer of distractions, but these memories are there somewhere, influencing your mood, your presence, your energy, your enthusiasm. Maybe it's a memory of your partner making a comment, not a harsh one, just a comment about your energy or your lack of attention, your lack of presence. Maybe you can remember times when you've missed out on memories with the kids. Maybe you were there, but in body, not in mind. Maybe you saw a photograph and you didn't recognize the man staring back. You didn't like what you saw, or you avoided photographs entirely. Whatever it is, you felt it. That feeling of frustration, the shame that comes from knowing that you are capable of so much more, and yet your body, your mood, and your patience are all slipping through your fingers. You have a history of dealing with it all in a way that you know best, and that's distraction. And that distraction is probably your work. It feels like a noble way to solve your problems because you're working, you're grafting. You convinced yourself that those that matter most will let you off the hook if you just continue to work harder, providing. But deep down, you know that they need more than just a bloke that earns money. You need more in your life other than just work and these distractions. You're not lazy. You've got evidence of that. You're not stupid. You think you know what you need to do. You experience the surge of motivation to change most weeks, but you've been running on this loop for a long time now, long enough to recognize that there'll come a time when the hole that you're digging yourself into will one day become far too deep to climb out of. It's not that you're in a mess. As far as societal standards go, societal norms, you're in a pretty good place. But you know that you're capable of so much more than this. You know that you can be a much better role model for your kids, for your partner, for you, than you currently are right now. This is what very few men talk about. Motivation isn't your problem. You have a structure, systems, routine, and accountability problem. You can't solve a failing relationship, a body you don't recognize or feel comfortable in, and a business that is slowly consuming your life with a generic plan that's designed to only work on a perfect week, or one when you feel like you're in control. You're trying to manage 6 different parts of your life with a tool designed for one. And that's why it keeps breaking. That's why you keep restarting on a Monday and potentially quitting on a Wednesday. I built Op Rebuild for men exactly like you. I built Op Rebuild because before it existed, I really needed something like it too. And there was nothing like it available for me. And there still isn't, apart from this. I built it for men, fathers, husbands, business owners, leaders, men who are winning at work but slowly losing themselves, their energy, and their families behind closed doors. I was you. I was working 15-hour days because I felt that my work would solve all of my problems. I was the guy that used my work as a distraction, along with other unhelpful behaviors that slowly changed how I looked, felt, acted, and behaved. I was the guy that snapped at his kids over nothing. I was physically in the room, but mentally checked out. I kept promising myself to get back in shape, but my only consistent habit was staying up late after I'd put the kids to bed because I felt like I needed some me time. And I fixed it, not by trying harder, not by grafting more or relying on more discipline, but by building a system that treated my life like the complex, high-stakes project that it actually is. And that system is Op Rebuild. It really isn't a fitness program. We focus on everything. Training and nutrition is a part of it, yes. Getting in the best shape of your life is an important part because being healthy, confident, fit, strong, it builds your capacity to move through life more effectively. It's a holistic transformation system, one of a kind, one that guarantees you'll reclaim your emotional control, your leadership with your family and within your business, your confidence, your energy, the fire in your belly for life, your physical dominance, confidence, your identity. And I compile everything I've learned and experienced from my time in the Royal Marines, then in professional sports, human performance, psychology, my time as a performance director in professional tennis and motorsport, multiple degrees, and my experiences as a man, an owner of 2 businesses, and a partner and father to 3 boys. Here's how it works. We start by building your capacity. Easy to implement, low-hanging fruit interventions that yield quick wins, particularly when it comes to building your capacity with time, energy, focus, attention, your concentration, productivity, and presence, so that you can buy back time to focus on your work, yes, but simultaneously grow in other areas of your life too. It's a full throttle introduction to the Op Rebuild framework right off the bat, and performance coaching. The quick wins build evidence that you can be the man that you aspire to be. It lays the foundations for the deeper, more specific work that we get into across all 6 pillars of your life: physical and mental health, relationships, occupation, business, finances, personal development, fun, rest, and decompression. With direct access to me, one-to-one, private, confidential, and our entire system, alongside the interventions, strategy, systems, and structures for all pillars. You also get a bespoke training and nutrition plan built around a strategy that will work for you on your hardest, busiest weeks. You get the accountability, you get second opinions, and you get the truth about why nothing has stuck until now. I act as your private advisor, be that across your work, your health, your relationship, and every other area, pillar for that matter. I become your strategic sounding board, your closest ally, your friend. If you're ready to change, if you're willing to communicate with me, then I would love the opportunity to be in your corner. But let me be clear on something. This is not a course. This is not something that you can purchase and leave collecting in your downloads folder. It's not a membership that you can sign up to and then forget about. This is a one-on-one private coaching and mentorship service of the highest level. I limit the number of blokes that I work with because standards are incredibly high, and the level of access that I provide is simply unsustainable at scale. You get direct access with me, not a member of my team, private calls, confidential calls, WhatsApp, emails, our private community. When you have a question, you get an answer. When you have a problem you need to solve, we're there. When you're about to make a bad decision, we have a chat. When your enthusiasm tanks on a Wednesday evening, we troubleshoot in real time. You also get access to the Op Rebuild resources, the formation and rebuild of your identity, sleep optimization, precision nutrition for busy blokes, emotional control, reflection and contemplation strategies, transition routines, everything you need to understand the why behind the work. You get entry to our brotherhood, a curated network of high-performing men on the exact same path as you. No noise, no bullshit, no ego, just accountability and shared progress. Everything is bespoke, tailored to you. You want your partner to look at you the way she used to. You want to be the father that your kids run toward when you walk through the door, not the one that they learn not to disturb. You want your energy back, your clarity back, your edge back, and you want it without destroying your business or your career that you've worked so hard to build. One of my clients, Carl, he lost 14 stone whilst navigating family challenges, despite continuing to work in employment alongside building his business so that he could eventually go all in. Another had his wife initiate intimacy for the first time in 8 years, twice in 1 week, and then consistently after that. Another reduced his work hours by 20% and increased his business's revenue by 35% because for the first time in 10 years, his brain was not fogged by distraction, shit food, and less than 6 hours of sleep. Other results, many transformations, and these aren't outliers, these are the results of men applying a system to a bloke that already knows how to work hard. He just never had the right system applied to the right pillars. If you partner with me, here is my promise to you. Follow the Op Rebuild framework and the advice that I share for 90 days. If you're not blown away by the results, the momentum, the new version of you, then I will continue to work with you for free until you are. This is how certain I am that this works when you work it. Now, because of the personalized nature of this program, and because I cap the number of slots that I have open, entry is by application only. If you're watching this and you know that feeling of frustration, photo that you hate, the comments that you can't forget, the nights you sat up late and wondered how you became this version of yourself, then you already know that you can't afford another year of this. You can't afford to keep telling yourself you'll start again on Monday. You can't afford to keep pretending that success at work is enough to justify failure at home and in your own mind. Your kids are watching, your partner is waiting, and somewhere inside you, the man you used to be is still there. He's just buried under bad habits, broken systems, distractions, and years of putting himself last. It's time to rebuild. Click the link in the description below to visit my Instagram profile. Send me a DM with the word rebuild, and we'll chat more about the process, as well as look to get a quick call booked in the diary. I'll see you on the inside.